Hello, my Mad Yogi tribe, and welcome back to the Dosha Room. And welcome to Series 2 of our Dosha Vinyasa Yoga, starting with the Vata balancing flow. So we are going to start down here on the mat. If you need to have maybe a thin cushion with you, or maybe a folded up towel with you for padding for your sit bones, should you need them, you're welcome to do so. And should your knees need that extra padding as well, because we are going to have some kneeling poses, you are welcome to just bring that close to your mat, so that it's within reach when you need them. We are also going to be using blocks. Preferably, if you have 2 blocks and place them on either end of your mat straight away, so they are there when you need them. If you don't have blocks, again, an easy to maneuver stool or chair, something light but will carry your weight, is also good. Or you can also pare back the poses and not go. So, coming down here on the mat, and have your right shin in front of the left. Coming into a Siddhasana, so that's the tops of the feet down on the mat. Heel, midline of the body alignment. If your hips can't articulate very wide, you're welcome to bring them a little bit narrower. Bring your knees a little bit narrower, but trying to avoid the cross-legged pose, so that we don't bring any weight on the heels, so they're not being forced to press down. So coming into a Siddhasana, just relaxing here for a moment, rolling your shoulders, closing your eyes, and we're going to have a circular breathing with this flow, a more present, stronger inhalation, an ujjayi inhalation if you can, and a softer, barely audible exhalation. Relaxing the back of the throat, relaxing the glottis when you exhale. So let's have just a few rounds, and I hope the mic picks it up so you can hear. Inhaling through your nose. Briefest of pause, and exhale nice and smooth and silent. An ujjayi inhalation. Quiet exhalation. In a few more rounds, you can close your eyes with me if you want to. And with the next inhalation, flutter your eyes open. Good. Interlace your fingers, right thumb on top. Then press the palms up towards the ceiling. Lengthening the arms up without overly hiking your shoulders to your ears, like what I'm showing you. Relax your shoulders down. You can even have some shoulder rolls here with the arms up. Allow them to soften if you are doing this shoulder rolls with me, and allow them to be drifted a little bit more towards the back. From here, lengthening your arms up, pressing the flats of your hands, the palms up towards the ceiling. On an exhalation, release your hands, back of the right hand on the inside of your right knee, left arm just behind you where it will naturally fall, and twist to the left side starting from the very end. As a guide, we use the front line of the body from the pubis, the navel, the sternum, and then the nose, twisting to the left side. Pubis, navel, sternum, nose. From here, release your left arm, wave it up, shoulder, elbow, wrist, fingers, then feel as if you're pressing that palm to the right side, diagonally. The nose can be neutrally forward wherever your neck dictates as it's forward, or if your cervical spine is okay, turn your nose up. Twisting a little bit more still from the pubis, navel, sternum, nose. Continue pressing your top hand to the right side, allowing your bottom hand to just slide away, but you're still pushing the length of your arm into your knee, wherever that connection ends up. Top arm sweeps down the right side. Forward. High on your finger pads. Let's just have one spinal wave here. Belly in and up. Chest up. Head up. And exhale, melting back down, allowing your fingers to slide away further. Then sweep the body to the left side. The back of your arm, wherever it touches, place it or press it on the inside of your knee. Right arm sweeps out and up through the left side, twisting open, still from the pubis, navel, sternum, nose, and you're reaching and pressing that top arm to the left side. Bottom arm, palm is up, and you're pressing down on the floor and allowing that hand to just drift diagonally further away. Deep, full breath. To come up out of this, squeeze your right side to lift yourself up. Don't just throw your body into the poses. Right hand behind you, and you're already lifting in a bit of a twist. So just accentuate that twist a little bit more. Continuing that spiraling action of the spine. And coming back to center. Same order, just unwinding the spiral of your spine. Hands, palms facing up, wrists or whatever reaches on the inside of your knee. Press them in. Lift your legs up, parallel to the floor. Pressing your arms out, but you're pressing your knees in. So there's a strong pushing action between your legs and your arms. Arms trying to push out, legs trying to push in. Deep, full breath. Coming out of this pose, you can hold on to your legs should you need to, but cross your legs once again in a Siddhasana, left shin in front this time. Tops of the feet pressing down into the mat. Your heels are free from the weight of your legs. And twisting once again to the right side. Right hand behind you. Twisting, spiral the spine. Pubis, navel, sternum, nose. And let's make our flow nice and smooth. Breathing, inhale. Soft exhalation. Breathing. Right arm waves up. Lateral flexion. A seated lateral flexion. By the way, don't let your opposite sit bone and leg lift up. Yeah? Press them down. Twisting, looking up if your neck is okay. You're really going to feel that activation right here. That's where I'm feeling it right now. Top hand sweeps down the left side. Circle center. One spinal wave, belly up, chest up, head up, melting down. Right arm attaches to the right leg, palms up. Left arm sweeps up through the right side and spiral your spine open, twisting open. Back into a lateral flexion on this side, towards the right, opening the left. Squeezing the left side to lift. The body would already come up in a twist. Just accentuate that twist a little bit deeper if you can or if you want to. Coming out of that pose, forearms or wrists or whichever is touching your knees, pressing them in just slightly first. Lift your legs up and back into a resistance half boat. Notice my feet are still wide apart. The edges are in line with my hands, not pressing in. Yeah? Keep them parallel towards each other and press your legs out in, your hands, your arms out. Bring your legs back in. Right shin in front. Twist to the left side. Navel or pubis. Navel, sternum, nose. Left arm waves up. Exhale. Lateral flexion. Sweep down. Spinal wave in your seated forward fold. Waving back down. Prepare, sweep to the left side. Preparing, transitioning to your lateral flexion. And accentuate the twist. Deepen the lateral flexion if you want to, or lift it back up. Squeeze your right side. Release the pose and twist to the right. Breathing. Back to center. Arms on the inside. Lift the legs up to half boat. Resistance half boat. Bring your legs back in. Left shin in front. Twisting back to the right side. Wave the spine up, by the way, here. So we're not collapsing the spine. Not collapsing the front of the body. Twist to the right. Lift your right arm up. Lateral flexion to the left side. Sweep down. Circle forward. Spinal wave. Sweeping to the right side. Transitioning to your lateral flexion. Squeeze the left side to lift and twisting to the left side. Coming back to center, forearms on the inside, legs lift up, half boat, resistance half boat. Bring your legs back in. Doesn't matter which one on top or in front this time. And I will just quickly change back to the top of my mat. Walk your hands forward, hands nice and flat, and a little bit wider than your shoulders, always in that plank mode of the arms, and come into your forward fold. If you find that you can walk your arms, your hands a little bit farther, creating that nice long stretch in your back and in your arms, you're welcome to do so. Staying here, or if you want to add, shift your shoulders. Now we are going to come into some cat poses. If you need to pad your knees, grab your towel or your thin cushion now. Wave yourself up, belly in and up. Chest up, head up, hands remain where they are. And just unbind your legs and bring your knees a little bit closer in. So your hands and your knees remained in their alignment. So this is your cat pose. And on an inhalation, waving up, opening the front of the body, looking up, sit bones are pointing up, but you're not letting your collarbone sink down here. You're still pushing through the length of your arms, you're pushing through the length of your legs and pressing from your knee to the flats of your feet. You're pressing them down. You're pressing your hands down and you're allowing your spine to move. Exhale, pull the belly in, Let the head drop between the arms, looking through the gap between your legs, and as high up that gap as you can, because this is an element of forward fold in our cat. Let's make this smooth now. Inhale, waving up. Open cat or upward facing cat. Exhale, closing the pose. Closed cat or downward facing cat. Inhaling. Upward facing cat. Soft exhalation as you come to downward facing cat. A few more. Upward facing cat. Downward facing cat. And one more. Upward facing cat. Deep full breath. Downward facing. Bring your spine back to neutral. Right leg curls up. Thigh into your belly. Then point the knee back and up. Femur parallel to the floor. Thigh parallel to the floor. Ankle is plantar flexed. And flick the toes. I hope you can see that. Flicking the toes to you creates strong arches and bringing a little bit more height into your knee if you can. It is quite a strong contraction of the back muscles, especially the right side. From here, extend your knee, lengthening out your leg. We are now in a proper three-legged cat. Body weight ever so slightly forward. Then from here, small click of the elbows, bending. Inhale, pushing through your arms, lifting back up. Exhale, bend, maybe a little deeper if you want to. And inhale, push back up. Last one for this side. Small click of the elbows or bend a little deeper, but no deeper than halfway. Inhale, pushing back up. Top leg, bend the knee once again, bring that leg down on the mat and push yourself to the back. Extended child's pose, cat pose. Inhale, upward facing cat, and then the downward facing cat. Upward facing cat, downward facing cat. Just one more. Upward facing cat because we've already done quite a bit of this. Downward facing cat. Neutral with the spine. Left leg curls up. Thigh to your belly. Point the knee back and up. Plantar flexion in that ankle. Flick the toes. And then extend that knee. Body weight ever so slightly forward. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhaling up. Two more, bend. Inhale up. Push up, three-legged cat. Bend. Inhale up. Bend your left knee once again. Bring that leg down and push back. This is also a good awareness exercise, trying to keep your hands where they are and your knees, your legs where they are. Those are your alignments. Waving back up. But of course, if you need to readjust, you're welcome to do so. Upward facing cat. Let's make it nice and smooth now. Downward facing cat. Upward facing cat. Feel that rolling wave-like action in your spine. Downward facing cat. One more. Upward facing cat. Downward facing cat. Spine back to neutral. Neutral cat. Right leg curls up. Point the knee back and up. Extend. Body weight slightly more forward. Bend chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Last one. Again, never farther from halfway or elbow height. Bend that top knee. Leg down. Push back. Counter pose for the back. Lengthening out the wrists. Waving up. Left leg up. Point the knee back and up. Extend. Body weight forward. Bend 1. Lift. 2. Don't rush. Lift. Controlled movement. 3. Lift. Bend that top knee. Bring it down. Extend it. Last set. Waving up. Upward facing cat. Downward facing cat. Upward facing cat. Downward facing cat. One more. Upward facing cat. Downward facing cat. Neutral. Right leg curls up. Knee points back and up. Extend. Body weight forward. 3 elbow bends. Bend 1. Inhale up, never beyond the elbow. 2. Inhale up. Last one. 3. Inhale up. Knee down. Press back. Breathing here. Counterposing the back muscles. Lengthening out the arms. Waving up. Cat pose. Upward facing cat. Downward facing cat. Last one. Upward facing cat. Downward facing cat. Upward facing cat. Downward facing cat. Spine back to neutral. Left leg curls up. Point the knee back and up. Extend. Body weight forward. Bend 1. Pushing up. 2. Up. Tiny click is okay if you want. And push up. That's 3. Top knee bends. Lands back down. And push yourself back. Extended child's pose. Breathing. From here, tuck your toes under. Pushing through your legs. Pushing through your arms and the flats of your toes. Lift yourself up through your puppy pose or downward facing dog if you want this pose. Spinal wave, belly up, chest up, head up, and exhale down. And a few more spinal waves. Neutralize the spine, neutralize the big joints, neutralize the muscles. From here, right leg, once again, curl the thigh back up into your belly. Point the knee back and up, just as we did in cat, and extend that leg. Wave forward, 3-legged plank. Leave your back heel pointing up, so you're in a lunge. Strongly pushing through the length of your front leg, even in its bent position, and really being aware of the activation of your back leg. Don't let it get lazy and sag down. Lengthen it, activate your muscles, contract your muscles, use them. Backs of the hands together, wave yourself up into a high crescent lunge. Lengthening up the arms here. Breathing. Inhale. Soft exhale. From here, allow your feet to turn and to adjust. You're just pivoting on the ball of your back foot, turning to the left side, pubis, navel, sternum, foot would be down by now, nose, and bring your arms parallel to the floor in an open palm, warrior 2. If your neck is okay, You can look forward. If not, just neutrally where your sternum is pointing. So up to you. Listen to your joints. Listen to your neck. That front knee, by the way, have an external rotation in your hip so that knee isn't dropping down. It's drifting to the pinky side. It's better for the alignment because then you are distributing the weight of the body going through your leg, going through your joints. From here, back arm around the back waist. Forward arm reaches forward without really drifting the body forward. You're just reaching forward and press that palm up and over. You can stay at a vertical position if this is enough for you, or come into your deeper, exalted warrior. Deep, full breath. Squeeze your right side. Come out of that pose. Hands down on the mat. Allow your back leg to adjust and come into a side sweeping lunge. And on your left side, turn on your heels, back heel points up once again, and you're back into a lunge, but on the other side, on the left side. Pushing through your legs, backs of your hands together, wave yourself up into a high crescent lunge. Remembering to activate that back leg, don't let it sag. Use your muscles. Externally rotate your front hip so your weight doesn't collect in the corners of your joints. Pivoting on the ball of your back foot, of your back big toe, turning to the open side, to the right side, navel, sternum, heel comes down, and nose, arms parallel to the floor. And once again, if your neck is okay, nose points to your front hand, which is the left hand now, or just in line with your sternum. In an open palm, warrior two. Breathing, hugging and lifting, by the way. Back arm, soften your arms, back arm around the back waist. Hugging it around your back waist, supporting your lower back. Front hand reaches forward, opening your palm, and then press a heavy invisible something until your arm is either vertical and stop here if this is enough, or come into a deeper version of your exalted warrior. And by all means, adjust your stance as you need to. Deep, full breath. Squeeze your left side to lift out of that pose. Hands back down on the mat. Back heel points up. Left leg curls up. Step it back into your plank. Let's have a softer half flow here. Knees down. Untuck your toes. Chest, bend your elbows and allow your chest to drift down on the mat. Hopefully, your hands are in line with your lower ribs. If not, slide them there. Coming really light on your hands, squeeze your back, coming into a suspended cobra. Keeping your feet down, pressing them down if you can add that. Hands down and add the strength of your arms, higher cobra. We're just going to be doing cobras for this pose, or rather for this flow. Exhale, wave down for our Vata Dosha Vinyasa 2.1. Tuck your toes under, pushing through your arms but squeezing your back as well. Knee plank, knees up, full plank, bend your knees and drift back. Through puppy pose and ending in a downward facing dog. But you're welcome to stop at puppy pose as I'm showing if you want to. Spinal wave. Belly up. Chest up. Left leg curls up. Point the knee back and up as we did in cat. And extend that leg. Three-legged dog. Wave forward, three-legged plank. Bend that knee, gather your leg forward, pushing strongly through your arms to create that space so you can step your foot through. Back heel points up, lunge. Squeezing, contracting muscles, using them to support the body. Backs of the hands together, waving back up. High crescent lunge. Turning open to your right side, to the side of that back leg. Open palm, warrior two. Softening your upper body, right arm around the back waist, left arm pushes up, reaching up towards the ceiling, stopping at vertical, or coming a little bit deeper in a diagonal. Exalted warrior. Squeeze the left side, come out of that pose. Melt your hands down, allow your legs to adjust. Side sweeping lunge. Neutralize the body. When you're back on the right side, stop. Turn on your feet, back heel points up, back once again in our high lunge. Backs of the hands together, thread yourself up. High lunge, high crescent lunge. Opening up, warrior two. Open palm, warrior two. Soften the arms. Transition into your vertical arm, exalted warrior, or coming a little bit deeper in your exalted warrior if you want to. Squeeze your right side, come out of that pose, hands down on the mat. Back heel points up, right leg curls up, step it back, plank. And you're welcome to come back down on your knees through a knee plank, or from here, bend your elbows, coming straight away into a flat plank. Squeeze your back muscles, light on your hands, low cobra, or add the strength of your arms, higher cobra. Take note, by the way, the elbows are bent, shoulders down to neutral, and the pubis, the lower abdomen, is still down on the mat. Exhale, abdominal massage down. Tuck your toes under. Once again, you're welcome to lift up to a knee plank first, or from here, straight up into a full plank. Bend your knees, drift back. Puppy pose, or follow through with downward facing dog. Should you want to. Spinal wave, belly up, chest up, head up, and exhale down. One more round with minimal cues. Right leg curls up, point the knee back and up, extend. Wave forward, three-legged plank. Step that leg through. Backs of the hands together. High crescent lunge. Open up. Open palm, warrior two. Soften, exalted warrior. Squeeze the right side, lift. Hands down, side sweeping lunge. Stop on the left. Turn, high crescent lunge. Open palm, warrior two. Soften, exalted warrior. Squeeze the left side. Lift, hands down, stepping back, plank. Flat plank. Low cobra or higher cobra. Flat plank. Lifting up, full plank. Puppy pose or downward facing dog. Spinal waves. Don't rush, you're doing well. Use the poses that you want. Back to downward facing dog or puppy pose. Left leg curls up, knee points back and up, three-legged dog. Wave forward, three-legged plank. Bring that foot and leg through. Lunge stance and lifting back up. High crescent lunge. Open palm, warrior two. Trying to quiet the mind. Feel that anchoring of your feet. Soften, exalted warrior. Filling up the empty space around you. Squeeze the left side. Lift, soften down, side sweeping lunge. Wherever our body, our limbs, our mind, our emotions go, we're filling up that space. Stop on the right foot, turn, adjust your stance. High crescent lunge. Bring the awareness back to your breath. Open palm, warrior two. Soften, transition, exalted warrior. Squeeze the right side to lift, hands back down, stepping back, plank. Flat plank. Low cobra, strong back activation. Higher cobra, adding the strength of your arms. Flat plank, abdominal massage. Tuck your toes under, lift back up. Full plank, bend your knees, drift back. Puppy pose or follow through with a downward facing dog. Spinal waves. Allowing the mind the emotions to just settle back down, anchoring them in the movement of your spine, anchoring from your downward facing dog. Curl your right leg back up, thigh to belly, plantar flexion of the ankle, flicking of the toes. Point the knee back and up, curled leg, three-legged dog, and then extend that leg, three-legged dog. Wave forward, three-legged plank. Curl that leg forward as we did and step it through. From here, body weight forward, light on your back leg. You can even hop that foot forward. Use your block if you need to under your left hand. Let's maybe not the highest setting, especially if you have beveled blocks like I do. The long side would be your highest setting for this, but I do highly recommend to keep it flat. Bring that hand with or without a block. I'm just showing you with a block for the moment, diagonally away from your standing foot. So not in front and not close and not out to the side either, yeah? Diagonally away, approximately past or at that corner of your mat. Body weight forward. Curl your right arm and left leg up into the body and come into a closed belly twist still from the pubis going up to the nose, twisting to the right side. Pubis, navel, sternum, nose, and extend your floating ribs. Standing knee, if you can, come into a straight line, but don't lock it. If you can see the difference of what I'm showing. Right now, the back of my knee is pushing to the back. Give your knee a micro bend. Come into a revolved half moon pose. Strong for the back muscles. You're squeezing them in to lift your arm up and lift your leg up. From here, top arm curls back down. Soften your knee a little bit more to give your body a little bit of slack. If you can keep your lifted leg lifted up and activated, you're welcome to do so. But if that leg really feels heavy, then by all means, land it down very light on your toes. Swap over your block. Once again, I can't emphasize enough that hand, with or without a block, is diagonally away, past that top corner of your mat. That's approximately where we want it to be. Not in front, not to the side, and not close either. Can't emphasize that enough. Extend your arm as far as it will go, diagonally away from your standing foot. Left arm, left leg curls up into the body. Then open belly twist from the pubis, navel, sternum, nose. Distribute your body weight. That is the reason your arm is diagonally away, so it can catch your body weight in this pose. Deep, full breath. From here, back leg, back foot, down on the mat. Right hand, with or without a block, bring it on the arch right beside your standing foot. That would be a good approximation of where your wrist will align with your shoulder. Left arm is still lifted up, and you're in this version of side angle with the top arm in a vertical position, back leg nice and strong. You're welcome to hop that back leg a little bit further if you want to, as long as that front knee isn't coming into a straight line. Not yet. Keep it bent. Adjust your stance. Deep, full breath. If you want to, that top arm can come into a diagonal position, but that arm will feel heavy. So you're in a supported side angle. From here, if your arm is in a diagonal, squeeze your shoulder blades to float that arm back into a vertical position. Front knee now comes into a straight line, and you are in a blocked triangle pose. Stay in your pose. But the thing with a block support is we tend to bring all of our weight on our standing arm. So I want you to still hug and lift. Give it a go. Light on your hand. You don't have to bring it away. You don't have to bring it on the inside of your leg, but make your hand light. Bring it away from your block. Hug and lift. Then support yourself once again. From here, top arm relaxes down on your hip. Bend your knees. Bring that block off your mat. Turn your foot. So once you've brought your block off your mat, both hands on your hips, turn your feet to point to the long horizon of your mat. Your back is in a tabletop position or the same position as our half lifts. Knees are bent. Let your head go. So sideways, I just want to quickly show you are in this pose. And we'll just do one flow here with me sideways so you can see. On an inhalation, wave your spine back up halfway, lengthen your legs, and you are in this pose. Inhale here. Exhale, bend your knees, float down. Inhale, waving back up, back halfway up, tabletop or half lift pose, legs nice and strong and straight. Exhale, back down, forward fold. Inhale, waving back up. Exhale, bend your knees, floating back down. Release your hands back down on the mat. Turn to your left side. Breathing here. Grab your block, flat or the second highest setting, not the highest setting, not the third one. Preferably the flat. Big body weight forward, light on your back foot, block with your hand with or without a block, diagonally away from your standing foot. Body weight forward, distribute them. Distribute your body weight between your standing leg and your standing arm. Curl your floating arms and floating leg. Then twist to the left side, closed belly twist from the pubis as you extend your limbs. Navel, sternum, nose. Revolved half moon pose. Release the pose. Back foot can be down on the mat, or if you can keep it lifted, then you're welcome to do so. Swap over your block or your standing hand. Curl your right arm into the body if your leg remained lifted up, and open up into your half moon, your open belly twist in this half moon pose. Distribute your body weight. Deep full breath. Soften your standing knee, back foot down on the mat, left hand on the arch side of your foot, with or without your block. Adjust your back leg however deep or shallow you want your pose to be, and come into your side angle. Side angle and triangle, by the way, has a twist. So twist open belly, pubis, navel, sternum, nose. If you did on the other side, you can bring your top arm into a diagonal position, reaching. So it's not just floating there, limp. Yeah, no limp limbs, except for transitions. From here, If your arm did go into a diagonal position, squeeze your shoulder blades to bring that arm back into a vertical position. Then left knee comes into a straight line. Keeping the twist of the body, doing your micro adjustments as you need to. Deep full breath. From here, top arm, soften it down, bend your knees, hands down on the mat, block off the mat, and turn once again to the long horizon of your mat. Hands on your hips, letting the head go, letting the knees bend. 3 spinal waves here in our Prasarita Padottanasana A. Inhale, waving up, lengthening the legs, spine, tabletop position. As in our half lifts, squeeze, retract your scapula, squeeze your upper back. Exhale, soften down. Inhale, waving up. Exhale, softening down. Don't rush the spinal wave. Finish through your cranium. Inhale, waving up halfway. Exhale, melting down. Hands down on the mat. Turn to your right foot, crawling back to the top horizon of your mat. Back heel points up, right leg curls up. Step it back. Inhale here, exhale, all the way down. Another half low. Cobra, low cobra, or higher cobra. Exhale, abdominal massage down. Tuck your toes under, lifting back up. Plank, puppy pose, downward facing dog, spinal wave. Deep full breath. Left leg curls up into the body. Point the knee back and up, nice and high. Gain height in your knee, length in your psoas and your quads, and then open up into a 3-legged dog. Wave forward, 3-legged plank. Step that foot through. Back heel, back foot hops a little bit closer to the top of your mat. Left hand coming into our twist. Hop that back foot a little bit closer. Body weight forward. Right hand out diagonally from your standing foot. Left arm, right leg curls up and open up into your revolved half moon pose. Top arm melts down, back foot up to you. If you need a bit more support, bring it down or keep it lifted. Right arm opens up into your full revolved half moon. Soften your front knee, back foot down on the mat, and come into your deep side angle. Or you can also keep your lifted arm vertical and forearm up on your thigh if you want to. But if you also want to, I have another option for you. Come into your bind. If you want a bound side angle. Whichever side angle you're doing, left knee comes into a straight line. And you're either in a bound triangle or just in a deeper triangle, or you can also pare it back into a high triangle if you want to. Top arm relaxes down on your hip. Hands on your knee, on your hips. Bend your knees, and I will show you once again. Sideways. Bend your knees, head down. Coming into wide-kneed forward fold. Wide-legged forward fold, rather. Inhale, waving up. Lengthen your legs. Body back into a half lift. Exhale down. Stay with this pose, or you can also pistol grip your big toes and inhale, waving up halfway. Lengthen your legs. You're pulling through your arms, pulling on your toes, but your toes are pressing down. It's quite a strong pose. Exhale, bending down, allowing yourself to come a little bit deeper, pulling yourself a little bit lower even to help with that depth. One more lift. Inhale, waving up halfway. Your hands are either on your hips or gripping your toes. And exhale down. From here, turn to your right foot. Crawling to your right foot. Body weight forward. Left hand diagonally away from your standing leg. Floating limbs. Curl in and open up. Pushing through your standing leg as you unfurl your limbs, your floating limbs, into your revolved half moon. Top arm curls down. Bring it down on the mat, diagonally away from your standing foot. Left arm curls into the body and opens up into a full half moon pose. Front knee bends, back foot down on the mat. Bring your right hand on the arch side of your foot. That arm is pressing into your leg, your lower arm, pressing into your lower leg, and lengthening up your top arm. Or bring it into a diagonal position, or bring your arms into a bind. If you're binding, it's the top hand that's loose and that turns to hold on to the lower fingers. Not your lower arm twisting. It's already in a strong pose. Whichever side angle, right knee lengthens out, and you are either in a strong bound triangle or you're in a low full pose triangle. From here, melt your top arm back down on your hips, both hands on your hips. Soften your knees and turn your feet back to the long horizon of your mat. And you stay there, I will just go sideways. Hands either on your hips, knees bent, let the head go, or once again, pistol gripping your big toes. 3 lifts. Inhale, waving up halfway. Choose where you want your hands to be. Exhaling down. Inhale, waving up halfway. Exhale down. Last one. Waving up halfway. And exhaling down. Release your hands from your hips or from your toes and turn back to your left foot. Back to that, our proper top of the mat. Back heel points up, left leg curls back up into your belly and step it back. Back into our plank, all the way down. Flat plank, abdominal massage. Squeeze it back, lighten your hands. Low cobra, or add the strength of your arms. Higher cobra. Exhale all the way down. Tuck your toes under. Strong lift up. Full plank. Bend your knees, drift back, puppy pose, or downward facing dog. Spinal wave. Right leg curls up into the belly. Point the knee back and up. Extend. Wave forward. Three-legged plank. Bring that leg through. Bring that foot through. Body weight forward. Left hand diagonally away, with or without your block. You can also come high on your finger pads on your claw hands if you want. Curl your floating limbs up and open up. Revolved half moon. Top arm curls down. Swap over your foundations. Left arm opens up. And your full half moon. Standing knee bends. Back foot floats down. Choose your pose. High side angle if you want this. Low side angle, vertical or diagonal arms with or without a block, or bind. Up to you. Your choice. Neck forward, maybe not looking down. Forward or up. Wherever you are, right knee lengthens and you are either in a bound triangle or you're in a full triangle or you're high, any height of your paired back triangle. All of them are good. Wherever you are, soften your knees, hands on your hips first, toes point to the long horizon of your mat, bending your knees, let your head go. Choose where your hands want to be, hips or toes, waving up 3 times. Inhale. Lifting up halfway. Exhale down. Make it nice and smooth. Velvety breath, velvety motion. Inhaling. Strong inhalation. Soft exhalation, melting down back into your forward fold. Last one. Inhale. Lengthening the legs, lengthening the spine, parallel to the floor. And exhale down. Release your hands from wherever they went. Turn to the left foot. Body weight forward. Right hand diagonally away. Curl your floating limbs up and come into your revolved half moon. Release the pose and come into your full half moon pose. Purna Ardha Chandrasana. Front knee bends, back foot floats down, and choose your Parshvakonasana, side angle pose. Full, paired back, or bound. Up to you. From whichever side angle you're in, left knee lengthens and come into either a bound triangle, a full triangle pose, or any height of your paired back triangle. Nose neutrally forward or points up. Release the pose. Hands on your hips first as you turn your feet and your shoulders to the long horizon of your mat. Bend your knees out. Yeah, not in. Bring them out. External rotation in your hip joints, your iliofemoral joints. Forward fold. Determine where you want to put your hands, hips or toes. Inhale, waving up halfway. Exhale down. Inhale. Don't rush. Exhale down. Don't rush. Inhale. Waving up halfway. Feel the strength of your body. Exhale. Melting down. Turn to your right foot. Crawling your hands back, positioning them a la plank. Back heel points up and step back. Full plank. Exhale all the way down. Your height of cobra. Flat plank. Full plank. Puppy pose. Downward facing dog. Spinal waves. Reset the breath. Strong inhalation, waving up. Soft exhalation, melting down. And one more. Heels up, knees all the way down. Untuck your toes and press back. Extended child's pose. And again, shift your shoulders side to side here. It has the same effect as our side sweeping lunge, although our hands are still pressing down. Same effect as our spinal waves, neutralizing the big joints, spinal joints, neutralizing, moving the muscles, hopefully moving the lactic acid so it doesn't build up. From here, wave yourself up to your cat pose. Curling your right leg up into the belly and stepping it forward on the inside of your hands, thumb side of your right hand. Wave yourself up here, build up. You can help your hands up to your front knee and wave yourself up, nice and long and proud. Hug and lift. From here, left hand drifts to the back. Again, if you want to, let me just quickly get a block. Use this time to get your own block if you need to. You can keep your back foot, tops of the foot, flat on the mat, so in a plantar flexion, or you can dorsiflex, tucking your toes under if that's better for the patella because it changes the angle of the patella, or you can also use your block. Again, just on setting 2, the long side of the block. So reach to the back on your block or on your heel, up to you. Right arm waves up. Follow it with your gaze, reaching up, palm faces to the back, and press your hand to the back in a half camel pose, half Ustrasana. From here, don't throw your body, squeeze your muscles. Let your muscles do the work, squeeze yourself up. Back of the right hand on the inside of your right knee. From the pubis, once again, up to the nose, the whole length of the spine. Twisting, open belly twist. Pubis, navel, sternum, nose, hand. Reaching to the back. Reach your arms in the direction they're already pointing towards. Deep, full breath. And because we're already here in this pose, one more half camel. Left hand down on your left heel or block, reaching up and pushing towards the back. Again, don't throw yourself, squeeze the muscles, especially on the right side of the body, to lift yourself up. And of course, the abdominal muscles. From here, back of the left hand on the outside of your right knee, and closed belly twist to the right side, pubis, navel, sternum, nose, hand. If you noticed, I readjusted myself because for this twist, my knee is happier with my toes tucked under. So by all means, adjust your pose. No more reaching towards the back here. No crossed half camel. From here, coming back to the center, hands down on the mat. Crawl your right leg, right foot to the back in a full cat pose. And from here, waiting up. Back into cat pose. Left leg curls up and step it forward. Crawl it forward if you need to. Wave yourself up, belly in and up. You can use your hands on your front knee to wave yourself up and push through your arms, especially the length of the left arm, to lift up the body. Hug and lift. Right hand goes towards the back. Get your block if you need to. Hand on your heel or on the block. Toes either tucked under or not. Left arm reaches up. Then point approximately to the back and press it towards the back. In our half camel, feel for your front leg. If you feel like your knee is drifting in, like what I'm showing you, again, externally rotate that hip so it drifts, so the leg drifts out. Don't throw yourself once again. Squeeze the body to lift up. Back of the left hand on the inside of your left knee. Open belly twist to the right side. Pubis, navel, sternum, nose, hand. And point your fingers away in the direction they're already pointing towards and lengthen up your arms. And back to the pose we just left. Right hand, right heel, left arm waves up and press a hand towards the back. Your standing elbow, by the way, never lock your elbows and your knees. Give them a micro bend, squeeze the muscles. Squeeze your abdominal muscles, your left side muscles to lift. Back of the right hand on the outside of your left knee. Adjust your stance as you need to, as I'm doing right now. Closed belly twist. Micro adjustments keep us safe because we're not cookie cuttering ourselves into poses. We're modifying them to suit our unique selves, our unique articulation, shape of the joints, our sense of balance, our sense of filling up the space we're in. From here, coming out of that pose, hands back down and step back into cat pose first and press back, extended child's pose. Breathing. Waving up, cat. Last round, please use your props, use your knee pads, cushion or towel as you need to. Right leg curls up, forward, step. Waving up, half camel legs already. Left arm opens to the back. Already come into your twist, like the second pose that we're going to do. Left hand, left heel, with or without a block. Right arm reaches up and press your hand to the back. If you noticed, my gaze follows the arms, the hands that are moving. Squeeze abdominal muscles to lift. Back of the right hand on the inside of your right knee. Open belly twist. Pausing here. Don't go straight away into your half camel just yet. And then back into half camel. Honor the transitions. Don't strobe from pose to pose. Squeezing up. Crossing your arms. Unfurl your right arm to the back. Closed belly twist. Release the pose. Hands down on the mat. Crawl back a moment in cat pose. And back into extended child's pose. Extend your arms farther, lengthening them farther. Elbows lifted up. Don't let them drop down. Waving up. Cat pose. Left knee curls up. Step your foot forward. Crawl it forward. Wave yourself up, belly in and up, hugging and lifting chest up. Head up. Left hand is braced on your left knee. Right arm opens up to the back. Hand on your support, heel or block. Left arm reaches up and press to the back. Half camel. Squeeze your abdominals to lift out of the left hand on the inside of your left knee and open belly twist, still in that order from the base of the body, base of the spine, up to the cranium. And once again, hand on your heel or your support, left arm up and press it back. Don't rush. Squeeze your body to lift out of that pose. Cross your wrists, closed belly twist. Pubis, navel, sternum, nose, hand. Relaxing the shoulder down to neutral. Release the pose. Hands down on the mat. Crawl back into your cat pose. Don't rush the transitions as well. And press back. Extended child's pose. Walking the hands a little bit further forward. You might find that you've gained a little bit more length in your arms. From here, wave yourself up, cat. Cross your ankles, or however you can, bring your legs forward. Adjust yourself on the mat, bringing your sit bones back to the middle or middle-ish, just making sure you have space. From here, hug your knees in. Give them a massage. Even round your back here. This time, why not opening up that space between your scapula. Then extend your left knee. Dorsiflex your ankle this time, but still keep flicking your toes to the face. Right leg, cross it over. Hug that leg in. and wave the spine up. Once that leg is really close to the body, as close as it can, the body will naturally round here. It's a natural reaction because we're moving the rest of the body into a pose. Once your leg is in position, your hands are bracing on your leg, hugging it as close as you can to your body. Now wave the spine. Belly in and up, chest up, head up. Option, you can keep your left leg extended, or you can sweep that foot to the other side. Heel is just as close as it can get to your hip. You're not really sitting on your heel. From here, right hand pressing into your knee, hugging it close, left arm around your knee. And once again, the upper body here will naturally round forward. Just allow that to happen for now. Once your left hand is cradling your right knee, right hand behind, and wave your spine up, belly in and up, chest up, head up, and come into a closed belly twist to the right side. Deep, full breath. Coming back to center, open belly twist. Right hand holds on to your left knee, the lower knee. Left hand just behind you where it will naturally fall, twisting. Even though the hips are anchored down and the pubis won't feel like it's moving, I want you to still have that intention of moving from the base of the spine, the navel, the sternum, and then the nose, the head, the cranium, in your open belly twist. Deep, full breath. And I will just readjust myself so you can see the next one. Sideways. From here, release the pose. Back to center. Release your crossed arm. If you've bent your left knee, lengthen it out once again. Release your crossed leg. Step it as close to you as you can, and then just allow it to drop out. I'll do it obliquely. Drop out to the side. In our Janu Shirshasana legs, 90-degree angles with the femurs. Inhale, waving up here. Now, with our strong legs, with our strong arms rather, push yourself up, bend your left knee so your left foot can come down on the mat and crawl forward. Your left arm will come on the inside of your leg and you're crawling forward. Staying in the pose, I'm just adjusting so you can see. So in this pose, yeah? You've crawled forward, your left knee is bent, and you're rolling on the top of your right shin. It's quite strong for the right hip. Deep, full breath. Use the traction of your hands against the floor or against the mat to lengthen yourself forward. From here, release a pose, sit back down, and come into cobbler's pose, Baddha Konasana. Blades of the feet together, hands, this time just hold on to the blades of your feet or your ankles even. And because we're going to transition here to another balancing pose, so choose where you want your hands to be. First start maybe on your ankles. Wave the spine up, belly in and up, chest up, head up. Feel that difference. Let's all hunch back, collapsing down. Yeah, you feel that looseness in your body No real activation. Now let's activate the body. Belly in and up. Chest up. Do it with me. Head up. Feel that strength of your back. That lengthening of your spine. Up. Pulling your muscles. Lengthening them up. Strength of your arms. That opening in your hips. Now, from here, I'll do it obliquely. Your arms come on the outside, so you're in this pose. Dorsal flex your ankles, so you can hold on to the blades of your feet and lift your heels off. If this is enough for you, bring your legs as close together as you can, by the way. If this is enough for you, stay. Or lift your legs up and even higher. And even higher. Keep adjusting. Once again, micro adjustments are okay. Or even bend your elbows, bringing your legs close to you. Don't collapse the back here, or else you will roll back. Hug and lift. That's a secret of staying in this pose. And release. Bend your knees. Bend them nice and wide. Coming back into cobbler's pose. Baddha Konasana. Bringing your knees together. Lengthening out your right leg. Dorsal flex the ankles. Flick the toes. Left heel comes as close as you can towards the body. And cross it over. Hugging that knee as close as you can. Wrapping your right arm around your leg. Left hand behind. And wave the spine up. Belly in and up. Chest up. Head up. And closed belly twist. Pubis. Navel. Sternum. Nose. Deep full breath. Once again, I'm showing you with my right leg extended, but if you want to sweep that leg closer to you in this tighter bind version of the pose, you're welcome to do so, but do it before the twist. From here, open belly twist. Release a pose, left hand on your lower knee, right knee. Right hand behind and twist to the right side. Pubis, navel, sternum, nose. We're not really leaning on that back arm. So feel for your shoulder. Feel for your elbows. It's just there to help us in our twist. And yes, to prop us up, but not to lean on. And coming back to center. If you've bent your right knee, as I did, extend it now. Coming back into this pose. Release the crossing of your left leg, hugging it as close to you as you can, and letting it drop out to the side. Adjust yourself in your Janu Sirsasana legs, lengthening the spine up. From here, strong arms, with them behind you first, push yourself up. As you're doing so, you're bending your right knee and you're pressing your right foot down on the mat, and then crawl forward. You're bringing your right arm on the inside of your leg, and you're crawling forward. Deep, full breath. You're landing on the shin of your left leg. Sigh even, why not? From here, crawl your hands back, sitting down, lengthening up, bending your right knee, adjusting yourself on the mat. Baddha Konasana, cobbler's pose. Hands on your ankles or the blades of your feet. Once you're anchored down, lengthening up. Opening your neck. Release your hands from your feet. Bring your knees together. Dorsiflex flex your ankles and hold on to your feet. Reset your back. If you find that it's necessary for you to round your shoulders to hold on to your feet, do so. And then just reset. Lift your heels off. And stay here if this is enough. Or very slowly, incrementally, lengthen your legs. Stop at any angle that you can maintain your balance. And again, adjust yourself as you need to. And lengthen up. If you can, straight legs, straight arms, or bend your elbows, bringing your legs even closer to your body without losing the activation of your back. Very good for the concentration. Very good for that sense of being anchored down, of stability. Release the pose. Blades of the feet together. Coming back down. Cobbler's pose. From here, release your hands from your feet. Bring your knees together and adjust yourself on the mat. See if you have space. Lie down. Hug your knees close to your chest. Don't lie down on your ponytail because your head might slip off. Sacroiliac joint massage. I know there's a lot of safety tips. Our bodies are really robust and strong, but at the same time, quite fragile as well. And we can injure ourselves just as quickly. So always err on the side of caution, and then you can do much more for much longer. Okay, after a few alternating sacroiliac joint massages, lengthen up your legs. You can keep your hands on the backs of your knees, keep supporting your legs if you want, or if you need to, especially if, like what I'm showing, if your legs are already shaking, give yourself that reassurance and lengthen your legs. Plantar flex the ankles, and what do? We flick the toes. Legs up the wall. If you're feeling confident here, you can relax your arms beside the body already. Have that sense of being anchored from your hips, your arms, your head, while your legs are floating in space, occupying that space. How are we doing? Now bend your knees. Hug it to you without using your arms, bringing it as close as you can to your belly, to your chest. Land your feet down on the mat and bring your feet wide to the edges of your mats. Soft window wipes. This time incrementally, walking your legs, your feet out until they're back into a straight line and come into your Shavasana.